Detroit, the city of Motown, and also Motor City, thanks to Henry Ford. Automotive trailblazer, the first dollar billionaire, icon of the 20th century. His sayings are as quoted as Churchill's or JFK's. In town for Red Bull's season launch, with some already writing off his title chances, might Max Verstappen reflect on these words of Ford.
There is no man living who is not capable of more than he thinks he is.
Every driver of the year poll I saw you topped. A lot of ex-drivers said you've raised the bar even compared to champions of the past, and yet you didn't win the title. Is there any connection to that? But do you appreciate the praise you've had?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. But at the end of the day, I just look at it from my own perspective, and I was happy with the performances that we had. And then, yeah, I went on holiday and spent a bit of time with my family, and then I'm already focused on this year, you know. So, yeah, it was all right. I mean, of course, you're always out there to try and win the championship. We came up short, but then that's it, you know. You close that chapter and you look ahead.
There's a few changes at the team, but Gianpiero Lambiase stays. Was there ever any serious doubt he was going to go, and is it important for you he carries on?
He was always staying.
So never any question, never?
Not to me. Yeah.
But Helmut has gone, Helmut Marko. Great legacy, you'll miss him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we had a very emotional call after Abu Dhabi. And yeah, it will be a bit different. But yeah, all good things come to an end at some point. But we'll see each other anyway around. If that means that, you know, I'm going to Graz or whatever, we have a lunch together. You know, we have achieved so many great things together that will always, you know, stay on our minds.
Ford are putting a lot into this team and the future, and have a hand in the power unit. I suppose it's the question everyone has: can that power unit be competitive in its first season, enough to give you a chance to fight for wins in the championships? I mean, how likely is that?
Time will tell, right? I mean, we don't know. The only thing that I do know is that everyone is giving it everything that they have. You know, we are trying to push ahead. We're really trying to maximize everything, but it's not going to be easy. We know that.
Just one last thing. It was great to see you congratulate Lando Norris in good style. Will he be more formidable now that he maybe has the confidence of a champion, do you think, going forward?
I don't know, right? I mean, I cannot speak for other drivers, but I think we already have enough challenges ourselves. You know, that's what we focus on. I prefer not to speak about others.
Partnering Verstappen's been one of F1's toughest gigs. It's now Isaac Hadjar's gig.
Red Bull admit they've made mistakes with the seat alongside Verstappen. Might they and Hadjar look to draw on this Ford saying, the only mistake is the one that isn't learned from? Other drivers have struggled alongside Max. Are you different to them, or are you learning maybe from the issues some of them have had?
Definitely both of that, and also we're all starting from scratch, so I'm on top of that. I'm very lucky of the timing of this change, so I don't really have to worry too much about it.
The first car of a new rules set. This will be the first Red Bull in 2 decades without Adrian Newey's influence. It isn't this car. This was just a show car to display the new branding. But its key component will be a first Milton Keynes-produced F1 power unit. Along with Mercedes' new engine, rivals are querying its legality before it hits the track.
We think the rules are very clear. We are definitely comfortable that we are on the right side of them. And you know, like for any other situations, we trust that the FIA is enforcing a fair level of playfield. Sometimes it's more difficult to do that in new complex regulations.
There has been this controversy. Laurent Mekies saying we're confident we're within the regulations, they're very clear. You would echo that?
As far as I know, yes. So we operate to the rules. We don't need to be in trouble with the FIA, and we want to make sure we're doing everything we can to stick to the regulation.
That little engine tiff might be Laurent Mekies' first proper battle to fight as Red Bull boss. This time last year, Christian Horner was still in charge, with Helmut Marko's retention seemingly essential to keeping Verstappen. Both have now followed Adrian Newey out the door.
During the racing season is when all the attention is focused on the teams and their bosses, but ultimately it's the winter car build which is critical to the success or failure of an F1 campaign. Or, as Henry Ford put it, quality is doing the right thing when nobody is looking.
A lot of big names have left. You mentioned Adrian, Christian, obviously you succeeded him, and Helmut Marko's gone as well. Is there a freshness about the leadership? I mean, I'm sure you'll miss Dr. Marko's influence and experience, but does it offer a kind of clearer vision for the leadership and enable you to implement your ideas?
You know, the truth is, if you look back at the last 6 months, at least the one where that I can talk about, and you know, Helmut has been nothing but supportive for the team. The team was obviously going through the post-Christian time. It was a big change for the team to digest, and you know, Helmut has been nothing but supportive with us. It was probably more fun for you guys to have him around, but for us it was actually a great support.
Okay, fair enough. Max, we have to talk about him. He didn't win the championship, just 2 points short, but I wonder, has he finally got the recognition he has deserved maybe for a number of years? Now people accept what a remarkable talent he is, that he's in the top maybe 1, 2, 3 of all time, and maybe this year has underlined it, this year just passed.
Look, I think you have a more true answer to that question than anything I could give you. As a fan, I can tell you that I see it like you. As a fan, I can tell you that we have rediscovered Max last year. We have seen him taking another dimension, which is something a bit weird after 4 world titles, but he took yet again another dimension in the way at first, I guess, in the first part of the season, he stayed cool in difficult situations with the car not performing at the level we wanted, and then with the way he has, as the rest of the team back in Milton Keynes, never wanted to give up and eventually managed to unlock inch after inch to get back into the fight.
And for those that question, you know, his commitment to Red Bull, he's been energetic behind the scenes, both in terms of helping to develop the engine and the aero side.
He is everywhere. You know, as we said several times, you know, Max is not outside of the project judging the project. This is good, this is not good. He's not that. Max is in the project, is with us in all the risk-taking we are deciding. He understands extremely well the sport, probably better than most, and therefore he completely gets the size of the challenge we are getting into. He completely gets the idea of the initial struggle, and he's experienced enough to understand if what he sees is a group that will be able to eventually come out of top or not.
This was also Racing Bull's season launch. At times, theirs looked a better car than Red Bull's last season. Liam Lawson keeps his place, a victory in itself given his abrupt demotion from the senior team. Young Briton Arvid Lindblad brings Punjabi and Swedish heritage to the grid.
Should young Lindblad fret about his lack of experience? No, Henry Ford said. We start with all there is. It's how we use it that makes all things possible.
It's not always been the most diverse of places, F1. You bring Swedish and Punjabi heritage via your mother. How proud are you of bringing that to the F1 grid?
Yeah, I'm very proud. I mean, it's a part of who I am. So it's just also being authentic to myself. You know, it's the culture I've been raised in. You know, with Swedish heritage, with Indian. You know, it's I come from a multicultural background, and that's really how I've lived. But obviously, yeah, it's something I'm very proud of, and I think it's going to be exciting to be bringing some different countries to the grid.
Okay, and just finally, new cars, so that's not a bad thing in a debut season to have that equality with everyone else. What are they feeling? Are you feeling good with what you've experienced in the simulator so far?
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, in the sense that it's a sim. We haven't even driven it on the track yet. But no, I mean, I've enjoyed driving the car. It's different, especially the PU side. There's a lot more to manage. There's a lot more going on, so it's not going to be easy. You know, when you step up to F1, there's a lot more things to manage, and there's going to be even more so this year. So it's not going to be easy, and you know, there's a lot to be on top of. But no, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see.
And we have new cars this year. It's going to be important for both of us to be a part of that development and try and improve what we can and build this car as fast as we can.
Did launching in Detroit signal Ford's plans to be serious players again? They're a manufacturer with a gilded F1 history. For a decade and a half, from the late 60s, its DFV engine powered champions from Jackie Stewart and Emerson Fittipaldi to Nelson Piquet and even Michael Schumacher. Stuart Ford and later Jaguar competed from the same Milton Keynes base Red Bull occupy.
The fist of legendary Detroit heavyweight Joe Louis. Is that what this is about for Ford? A heavyweight battle with the likes of Mercedes, Ferrari and the Volkswagen Group. Henry Ford would have taken a dim view. Do not focus on the competition. Focusing on the competition is not a business strategy.
What are those rivalries like? Is business as well as sport? Are they very unique?
Well, yeah, it's what it's all about. Look, I mean, I think if you're in this auto business, you're a competitor by nature, and racing only brings it to a head. Yeah, we want to beat the hell out of all of those people, and they want to beat us, obviously, too. And there's a lot of national pride involved. There's a lot of brand pride involved. And, you know, you've seen the fans. They, you know, it doesn't matter if you're in the Australian outback and you see people with Ford ovals tattooed all over them, or you go to an F1 race or a NASCAR race, and you know, people wear their colors and they love their brands and they love their drivers, and so you're not just racing for yourself, you're racing for all of them too.
From the day that we met Red Bull and started talking to them, it was very obvious it was a natural fit. They were going down this bold path of building their own power unit, and we saw the ways we could contribute to that program is very complementary to the skills and capabilities that they were building.
It is incredibly humbling for the last 4 years working at Milton Keynes, and it's something that that we're very proud of, and we want to celebrate, frankly, our team that's worked so hard with Red Bull.
Ford have partnered up with Red Bull just as they've stepped off F1's summit, with key figures gone and untested as an engine builder. Could they be set for a fall or a rise back to the very top? As Henry Ford said, whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you are right. In other words, self-belief is crucial. Do Red Bull still have that? Craig Slater, Sky Sports, Detroit.